You would have thought that the red wave that didn't materialize in the midterms of 2022 would have caused the Republican establishment, the RNC, the Republican strategists to self correct where it came to women's reproductive rights. They did not. And each time since the falling of Roe v. Wade, when the voters had the opportunity, even in red states, to keep women's rights, women's reproductive rights, even in red states, women are saying, "Yeah, we still kind of want these rights." You would have thought that they could see what is happening with these votes and these policies that they are trying to put up for vote and learn, but they're not. I have been watching what's going on in Ohio, and I am very, very amused by what is going on. That is why I have this in the background, and still I oop.
Pro-abortion amendment out of our Constitution. So yes, it's about abortion.
I never said it's exclusively about abortion.
This is 100% about keeping a radical pro-abortion amendment out of our Constitution.
I never said it.
The Ohio Democrats have jokes. Check out this that they posted on Twitter. This is Frank LaRose, the person you just saw. Video footage of Republicans.
Jocelyn, be careful. There's a sharp curve coming up. Hold on to the water.
This is what they look like when they're coming for these reproductive rights of women. So now that I've whet your palate for what is to come, here is some of the articles. Voters in Ohio reject GOP-backed proposal that would have made it tougher to protect reproductive rights. Let's get into it. Ohio voters resoundingly rejected Republican-backed measure that would have made it more difficult to change the state's constitution, setting up a fall campaign that will become the nation's latest referendum on reproductive rights since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned the nationwide protections last year. Now, remember when they were talking about overturning Roe and sending it back to the states. They didn't really mean that. Not that any of us believe that they believe that. What they were saying was, oh, we're going to send it back to the states and we're still going to let the states' leaders choose for y'all, because they did not really want women to be able to choose. Okay, sorry. Editorializing. The defeat of Issue 1 on Tuesday keeps in place a simple majority threshold for passing future constitutional amendments, rather than a 60% supermajority that was proposed. Its supporters said that the higher bar would protect the state's foundational document from outside interest groups. So they said, that it's dark money coming from across the world. It is, California and New York. They did not think that Ohio voters should have the opportunity to vote on what they saw was people coming for the reproductive rights of women. Dennis Willard, a spokesperson for the opposition campaign of One Person, One Vote, called the Issue 1 a deceptive power grab that was intended to diminish the influence of states' voters. And this pushback should tell them something, but do they learn? Will they learn? Probably not. Tonight is a major victory for democracy in Ohio, Willard told a jubilant crowd at the opposition campaign's watch party. The majority still rules in Ohio. This should tell them something. Okay, so, President Biden weighed in, yay, go women's rights. A major national group that opposes abortion rights, Susan B. Anthony Pro-Life America, called the result a sad day for Ohio while criticizing the outside money. They just really don't want to see that women, even in pro-life states, do not want their access denied. They just don't listen. They will not learn the lesson. So this is another article where they're saying that red states should see the signals. They should see the signs that are being sent. But will they see? Okay, on Tuesday, Ohio voters handed the state's Republican legislator and Issue 1 a stinging defeat, an overwhelming majority. They lost this. Republicans in this state lost this by a margin of 14 points. That is huge. Women, young people, other people, I don't know. I haven't seen the polling, They lost this swimmingly. But yeah, let's continue. But like this says, this should be a sign for other national Republicans. This is not just what is going on in Ohio. Just like when I talk about Texas and Florida, what is happening with these states? We're still a country where where women can vote, where women can move around, where women want access. And women are overwhelmingly saying to the Republican establishment, young people are overwhelmingly saying to the Republican establishment, leave reproductive rights alone. So this all happened. It started because of Roe v. Wade, and then it started with all of the trigger laws that came in place in these red states. They are still not learning. Anywho, all of these publications are saying pretty much similar things. Republicans, Republican establishment, regular Republican voters can find different sites talking about this. We will see if anybody actually learns the lesson. People are not willing to give these people complete control of our reproductive rights. We've seen the women in Texas suing the state of Texas because reproductive freedom is is for medical reasons as well. So you guys go ahead, jump in the comments, tell me what you think, like, comment, share.